Gonzales. He got the best nightclub in all Mexico.
See, amigo, oh, this is a fun place. Look how everybody jumping around.
Maybe somebody should put jumping beans in the tequila.
Oh, I got jumping beans in my tequila and Doris the Lumpkin. My name is Chris Quinlan and I'm back on Facebook. In the tequila! Oh, I'm gonna bring it back and I have this little fella here. Oh, hello, that was rather frenetic. Tonight is, are you feeling a little Spanish? Oh, I don't look a little Spanish. Oh, no, that's French, sorry, that's another thing. Anyway, that was Jean Le Camembert on front bar the other week. What a pisser. Anyway, anyway, tequila. Anyway, there you are. So what I'm going to do tonight is carry on a little bit in a strange kind of way, because over the last little while, I'll just do that. I've been doing jazz and jazz drummers. Started with Dave Brubeck, with Joe Morello, Roy Haynes. Passed away at 99. What a celebration of a life. What a guy. And then because of everything he did, I've got a two-parter. I made a two-parter about him. And there it is there. And then I did Elvin Jones, because whenever Elvin Jones didn't play with John Coltrane got Roy Haynes. And there you go. And I was going a step further of those days. Oh, I just feel like doing that. Anyway, I should do gardening more often. I feel a little bit more, there you go today. Anyway, so I thought, well, hang on a minute. I'm going through my record collection. And what should I find? Miles Davis, Sketches of Spain, with Jimmy Cobb on drums and Elvin Jones on percussion. Ooh. Jimmy Cobb was famous for being on the most famous jazz album of all time, Kind of Blue. And one of the things I said about Roy Haynes at the time, he could get a little bit clipped. 1 yana, 2 yana, 3 yana, 4 yana, 1. So could Jimmy Cobb. You'd hear this clipped sound. But then the clincher was the fact that Elvin Jones was on percussion. So there's my little sense of continuity. And there you go. Now, that's what goes on. Now, I'll introduce you to a couple of things. I always like to have a bit of fun, so, you know.
You know, this Speedy Gonzales, he got the best nightclub in all of
Mexico.
See, amigo, oh, this is a fun place. Look how everybody jumping around.
They must have put jumping beans in the tequila.
Jumping beans in the tequila.
In the tequila. Top shelf. Oh, boy. Last time I went top shelf, I left all the lights on. Marcus, there you go. All right, there you go. So there you have it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Sketches of Spain, because that's the continuity, okay? And that's what we've got. So I'm going there first. And Sketches of Spain is a studio album by the jazz trumpeter and composer Miles Davis. It was released on 18th of July 1960. Oh boy, July 1960, what does that make? It's 5 months younger than me. Through Columbia Records. Now I just feel like I lay down. The recording took place between November 1959 and March 1960 at the Columbia 30th Street studio in New York City. An extended version of the second movement of Joaquin Rodrigo's Concerto de Aranjuez, or Aranjuez, 1939, is included, as well as a piece called Will o' the Wisp from Manuel de Fall's Ballet El Amor Bruges, or 1914 to 15. There you are. Manuel Defy is also famous for music. I can't recall the actual name, but it's quite famous in Australian commercial history. Roller doors. And it was, use a roller door, that's what they're for. There it is there. Sketches of Spain is regarded as an exemplary recording of Third Stream, a musical fusion of jazz, European classical and styles from world music. There you go. There it is there. There it is. And it's the one that comes after Working with the Miles Davis Quintet, 1960, which I've got in there. And then Steamin' with the Miles Davis Quintet, 1961, which I also have in there. There you go. The year before was Kind of Blue, and there you have it. We have a little app here called Dr. Compass, which I'm going to put up here, okay? And that's what goes on. And it's a wonderful app, and it has all the wonderful rhythms of flamenco, okay? I'll talk about flamenco in a bit, but I wanted to start with that. And one of the things that I was, the show started with, as well as Speedy Gonzales, was the Bulerias. There it is there. That's in 12. It's a wonderful thing to jam to, you see. And then there it is. Oh, there's lots of them there, you see. And you just jam along to it. There it is. So there it is. And see if you can find it. Last week, or the last 2 weeks, I've been doing the metronome hack, where it's like ping, chip, 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 ping, chip, 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 ping. Tonight's, it's not even a hack, it's an app. Dr. Compass. I'm not getting paid a cent for that. I just love it. There you go. Get it. Oi, there it is there. Now, when you're dealing with these kinds of things, when I put the triggers back in, I didn't really want to do a Spanish guitar patch because I find it a little twee, but at least when it's sampled. I'd rather the real thing. Imagine if I had Paco Pena in the room. I'd faint. You'd have to put smelling salts under me. It's just a national treasure, living treasure is that man as far as the doyen of flamenco guitar. Andre Segovia, all these people. It's a drum show, and I'm talking guitarists, oh boy. But what happens is that when you're actually playing flamenco or listening to flamenco, and the dancers so often as well as the these kinds of things. They've got different ways of clapping, and they're all in between. It goes, and the dancers with their tapping, oh my lord, it's fantastic, you know, that sort of stuff. And you know, it's a little bit like Irish dancing. And the thing about Irish dancing is, you know, like you know, what's the best way to define Irish dancing? Oh, well, set your shoes on fire and try and put them out. Sorry, I've used that before. Okay, there you go. I've done it. St. Paddy's Day is about 4 months earlier. Sorry about that. But anyway, what happens is that there you are. Now, when you're dealing with that, so what I'm doing is I have the Sketches of Spain. I started with that. It's sketches. I love taking the words. It's Sketches of Spain. It's not Miles Davis does flamenco. He takes jazz. He and Gil Evans sat down and took famous things and did jazz arrangements to them. And one of the things is that they worked on is the mode that I've explained so often is the Phrygian mode, which is the third mode of the major scale sort of thing. And basically it has 4 flats in it. It has a flattened second, flattened third, flattened sixth, flattened seventh. So it's a little bit of a heavy minor, given that a normal natural minor has 3 flats, you see. And so what happens, it's first, flat second, flat third, fourth, fifth, flat sixth, flat seventh octave. A little improvisation based on the Phrygian mode, and you got the Phrygian mode there, and it is a very minor thing. And then I could put Mr. Dr. Compass to it. Take it. There's more to them. There's heaps of them. I'll go through them in a minute. There you go. There it is there. I didn't put the lovely ladies in. I should have put them in because I actually have done that, and I adjusted their voices to the mode a little bit there. Now what happens is that one of the backbones of flamenco music as far as rhythm is concerned, I've called the app, Dr. Compass is the app. Let me rephrase. Why is it called that? The compass is in 12/8. Now we know a 12/8 beat best as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I woke up this morning. 12/8. 4 groups of 3 quavers. However, compass is 2 groups of 3 and then 3 groups of 2. So you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Oi! Lenny Bernstein, West Side Story. Whee! Gotta love it. Lenny! He heard it, and I said, I'm going to use it. It's a wonderful rhythm. And then you've got all the variations of it, you see. And there you go. I'll get a wriggle on, and I'm just going to stop playing drums for a second. I'm going to go through the app a little bit. So it's not so much shameless plugging. As I said, I don't get a cent from it. I just love it. There it is. I've put it up there. And here is the Bulerius. And the thing about the tempo, it's preset to the standard tempo. You can take it faster and slower and all that, but it's kind of like the precursor, like, you know, if the dancers are going to do dance of Bulerias, that's the usual tempo, you see. So there's the tempo. It's got a little rolling thing here. Here's the Bulerius on 6. And it's got a wonderful thing that's got an improvised section here too. So if I go there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Oh yeah, keeps on going. Tangos, which comes from tango. I think tangos came first. Improvise, here we go. There you go. Lots of them. There you go. I won't just stop here and just play them all. Go check them out. There you go. This is back to 4. No worries. All cool. And you've got Jaleo, Alegria, Solea, Bolerias, Fandango, Sevillanas, Tanguillos, Segria, I hope I said this right, Segriayas, Lenta, Med and Rapida, slow, medium and fast. There you go. Solea, Gajira, okay, Tarantos, Ramba. Oh, there it all is there. And there we have it. So what you've got there is a wonderful little resource if you want to get into this. And the thing about it is that it's a little bit more than a metronome. You see, it's not just ping, chick, 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 ping, chick, which is fantastic, you've got to do it. But this is the next step up if you're going to do things like this. Now I'm going to talk about flamenco actually. So I'm going to do this, because I've talked about the compass, I've talked about Dr. Compass, the Phrygian mode, I've done that. Sketches of Spain I started jazzy, but now I've gone more Spanish. And so what I'm going to do now is go to flamenco as soon as it lets me. Flamenco is an art form based on the various folkloric music traditions of southern Spain, developed within the Gitano subculture of the region of Andalusia or Andalusia, depending on how you want to say it, and also having historical presence in the Extremadura and Murcia. In a wider sense, the term is used to refer to I'll say that again. In a wider sense, the term is used to refer to a variety of both contemporary and traditional musical styles, typical of southern Spain. Flamenco is closely associated, Flamenco is closely associated, that's better, to the Gitano of the Romani ethnicity, I'm doing well, who have contributed significantly to its origination and professionalization. However, its style is uniquely Andalusian, and flamenco artists have historically included Spaniards of both Gitano and non-Gitano heritage. And given Spain's history, flamenco actually goes back many centuries. The oldest record of flamenco music dates to 1774 in the book Las Cartas Marrocas, the Moroccan Letters by Jose Caldaso. And there it is there. And then you will remember that Spain formulated a large part of South American culture, hence Mexico, and I always try and keep it upbeat. So tonight, Speedy Gonzales gets a little bit of a crack. Now, to say flamenco is just a style of music is actually not giving it enough credit. Throughout, I've done shows like this before, but this is a variation with Sketches of Spain added, coming off of Jazz Drummer Month kind of thing. But the thing about flamenco, it's not just the music, it's not just the dance, it's not just the singing. It's a way of life. It's a whole culture. You see, when you take something like, I don't even need my notes for this. When you take a rhythm like a solea, it's slow, and solea means sun, and it's all about that. Just like the blues, think blues, and when you think of the various derivations of the blues, you know, think like Chicago blues. You've got Kansas blues, and then the types of blues that you have and the kind of singing and where that singing comes from. It's not a very nice place when you're talking about slavery and things like that. So what goes on is that flamenco and things like a solea, they have rules just like the blues does, if you want to get a kind of a correlation to them. So what happens then is that when you've got, say, a solea, there's a predetermined key. It's often A minor. And then the lyrics are, "This is my darkest time, but I know that I'm going to finish by seeing the sun." Happy ending. There you go. Solea, very slow. Then you got the happy ones and the in-between ones and everything else and the joyous ones, you see. And that's what goes on. So when I go back to it and put back in the Phrygian mode, don't forget you can also use the good old minors, all that. I mean, the Phrygian is quite characteristic. If you actually, if you want to quickly jump to the piano or guitar or anything like that, essentially play the D major scale from F sharp, and or if you're on a piano, put an F sharp. For mine, this is what you're hearing here. That's an F sharp, but what it is, it's actually a D major scale starting from there, starting on the third step, you see, and that's what goes on. And, you know, like I've already mentioned, things like Metallica, Harvester of Sorrow, that's Phrygian, you know, that kind of thing. And then what happens is that you put in the compass, the dance that you need, you know, the bolerias or the tangos or the seguirias, solea, all this business, and then you get your mood. So if I go back to the... back to here. And that's where I'm going to love and leave you here. Hope you enjoyed it. And what I went through here. Do you feel a little Spanish? Changes up, Sketches of Spain, Jimmy Cobb on drums, Elvin Jones on percussion, the Phrygian mode, Dr. Compass, the compass itself, I Want to Be in America, Lenny Bernstein, and everything that goes with that. I hope you like it. And because Spain was part of everybody that was going around the joint and it looms so large in South America, you get it in Mexico. In the tequila. I'm off. Now for a night's glass up.